Ningbo Zhoushan, China, a port that never sleeps, a vital artery in the global trade network. A bustling hub of global commerce where goods from every corner of the world converge and disperse. Thousands of containers, stacked high, each holding a piece of the world's economy. One ship, the YM Mobility, prepared to set sail. Its destination, unknown to many, but its journey, crucial. Unbeknownst to all, a silent threat lurked within its belly. A threat that could change everything. A danger invisible to the human eye but poised to unleash chaos. Hidden among the cargo, it waited. This is the story of a chemical reaction, a chain of events, and a disaster waiting to happen. A sequence of moments that would lead to an inevitable catastrophe. The sea, a powerful force, can be deceptively calm. Its surface, serene, hides the turmoil beneath. Beneath its surface, currents churn. Unseen forces at play, shaping the fate of those who dare to traverse its waters. The YM Mobility, a vessel built for efficiency, was about to become a testament to the unpredictable nature of chemistry and the unforgiving consequences of human error. Its journey would soon be marred by an unforeseen disaster. In the vastness of the ocean, this container ship was but a speck, a tiny dot in an endless expanse of blue. Yet within its steel hull, a drama was about to unfold. A story of tension, of unseen forces clashing. A story of intense heat, chemical instability, and the explosive power of a substance few had ever heard of. A tale of how a single mistake can lead to devastating consequences, and how the calmest of ports can harbor the most silent of threats. Tert-butyl perbenzoate, or TBPB, an unassuming name for a chemical with a volatile nature. Used in the production of plastics, it held the potential for both creation and destruction. TBPB, a ticking time bomb, sensitive to heat. At temperatures above 140 degrees Fahrenheit, TBPB begins to break down. This decomposition generates more heat, creating a runaway reaction. A vicious cycle escalating rapidly, leading to an inevitable conclusion explosion. The danger of TBPB lay not only in its explosive potential but also in its stealth. Odorless, colorless, it gave no warning. Its presence often unknown, hidden within the metal walls of shipping containers traversing oceans under the scorching sun. August 6, 2024, Shanghai. The air hung heavy with humidity. The sun beat down on the port, baking the metal containers. Among them, a reefer container designed for temperature-controlled cargo stood loaded with TBPB. Its refrigeration unit, silent, unplugged. The YM Mobility, unaware of the danger it carried, set off on its journey. From Shanghai to Ningbo, a short trip along the Chinese coast. A routine voyage that would soon transform into a desperate fight for survival. Inside the unrefrigerated container, the temperature climbed steadily. The TBPB, trapped in its steel enclosure, absorbed the relentless heat. Each passing hour brought it closer to its critical point. The countdown had begun. August 9, 2024. The YM Mobility approached Ningbo. The morning calm was shattered by an unusual smell, an acrid odor, unfamiliar and unsettling. A crew member investigating the source discovered a sight that sent chills down his spine. From the reefer container, a hissing sound. White smoke seeped from its seams, carrying the pungent odor. On the metal surface, streaks of a yellowish liquid, evidence of the chemical reaction raging within. The crew sprang into action, but time was running out. The situation escalated rapidly. The smoke thickened, engulfing the deck in a choking haze. The hissing grew louder, a high-pitched scream of pressure building to an unbearable level. Section 5. The explosion, a devastating release. At 13:46 and 30 seconds local time, the inevitable happened. The container, no longer able to contain the immense pressure of the runaway reaction, exploded with terrifying force. A blinding flash, a deafening roar that shook the ship to its core. The steel container, once a symbol of global trade, was torn apart as if made of paper. Fragments of metal, propelled by the blast, ripped through the air, transforming into deadly projectiles. The surrounding containers, caught in the maelstrom, were crushed, tossed overboard, or incinerated in an instant. Section 6. Fire and Fury. The Aftermath. The explosion ignited a raging inferno, a scene straight out of a nightmare. Flames, fueled by the burning TBPB and other cargo, consumed the deck with an insatiable hunger, turning everything in their path to ash. Thick black smoke billowed into the sky, visible for miles around, a dark signal of the unfolding catastrophe. The YM Mobility, once a symbol of maritime commerce, was now a scene of chaos and destruction, its structure groaning under the relentless assault of the flames. The crew, their training kicking in, fought the fire with every ounce of their strength, their faces etched with determination and fear. Water cannons roared, desperately trying to tame the inferno, their streams of water hissing and evaporating almost instantly upon contact with the searing heat. Tugboats, alerted to the disaster, raced to the scene, adding their firepower to the desperate battle against the blaze, their engines straining as they pushed through the choppy waters. As darkness fell, the fire continued to rage, casting an eerie glow over the water and painting the night sky with shades of orange and red. The once bustling port of Ningbo, now a backdrop to the disaster, watched in horror, its usual hum of activity replaced by the crackling of flames and the distant wail of sirens. The YM Mobility, engulfed in flames, served as a stark reminder of the destructive power hidden within the seemingly mundane world of shipping containers, a testament to the fragile balance between order and chaos in the maritime industry. Section 7. Official Findings, a Trail of Negligence. The investigation was swift and damning. The China Maritime Safety Administration, or CMSA, determined that the explosion was caused by the thermal runaway of TBPB. The culprit, a cascade of negligence and a disregard for safety protocols. The reefer container, intended for temperature-sensitive cargo, had been left unplugged. The TBPB, exposed to the sweltering heat, had nowhere to go. The crew, unaware of the danger lurking within the unassuming container, had been left blind to the ticking time bomb in their care. The investigation revealed a systemic failure, from the shippers who failed to properly label the cargo to the shipping company that neglected to ensure proper refrigeration. Negligence had paved the way for disaster. The explosion, a tragedy for those involved, became a wake-up call for the shipping industry worldwide. Section 8. The Bigger Picture: Hazardous Cargo, Global Risks. The YM Mobility explosion was not an isolated incident. It was a catastrophic event that sent shockwaves through the maritime industry, raising alarms about the safety protocols in place for transporting hazardous materials. It was a stark reminder of the risks inherent in the global transportation of hazardous materials. These materials, if not handled with the utmost care, can lead to devastating consequences, not just for the shipping industry but for the environment and human lives as well. Every day, millions of containers carrying everything from chemicals to explosives crisscross the oceans, often with little regard for safety. The sheer volume of hazardous cargo being transported is staggering, and the potential for disaster is ever present. The incident highlighted a critical need for stricter regulations, better training, and more robust safety measures. Governments and regulatory bodies must step up to enforce these regulations, ensuring that shipping companies adhere to the highest safety standards, and a greater awareness of the potential consequences of negligence. Shipping companies must invest in comprehensive training programs for their workers, emphasizing the importance of safety and the potential risks involved in handling hazardous materials. It underscored the importance of transparency in the supply chain. Every stakeholder, from manufacturers to shipping companies to end consumers, must be aware of the contents of these containers and the risks they pose, and the responsibility of all stakeholders to ensure the safe handling of dangerous goods. This includes proper labeling, secure packaging, and adherence to safety protocols at every stage of the transportation process. The YM Mobility explosion served as a wake-up call. It was a tragic event that could have been prevented with better safety measures and more stringent oversight, a reminder that the invisible can be deadly. Hazardous materials, though often unseen, carry risks that can have catastrophic consequences if not managed properly. That the pursuit of efficiency and profit must never come at the expense of safety. Companies must prioritize the well-being of their workers, the environment, and the communities they serve over financial gain. That the responsibility to prevent such disasters lies with every link in the global supply chain. From the initial production of hazardous materials to their final destination, every step must be carefully managed to ensure safety and prevent future tragedies. Section 9. Lessons from the Deep. The wreckage of the YM Mobility, a haunting reminder of that fateful day, has since been cleared away. The port of Ningbo, scarred but resilient, continues to bustle with activity. But the lessons learned from the explosion resonate deeply within the maritime industry and beyond. The story of the YM Mobility is a cautionary tale, a reminder that the relentless pursuit of progress must be tempered by a commitment to safety, responsibility, and a deep respect for the invisible forces that shape our world. It is a call to action, urging us to learn from the mistakes of the past and to strive for a future where such disasters are not just preventable, but unthinkable.